looks like we have it ready. So let's go ahead and get them counted down, Burb. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! So here it is. We have Rhubarb fresh off of an amazing decided victory up against Xeno. And now we have Huff coming in essentially cold.
Yeah, it should be a really interesting dynamic for sure, as, again, Rhubarb's had that time to warm up, literally a whole set's worth, though. Could also see, some scenarios where, he might end up burning out a little bit, almost, overplaying, right, as we kind of get into the later portions of the day.
Yeah, especially, considering these are all best of 5s. Last year we had best of 3s for the first couple of rounds. And so, plenty of time to warm up, but not enough time to burn yourself out. And going up against, players like Huff, your mental has got to be on your A game.
Yeah, and with it being best of 5 too, especially with the last one from Rhubarb going to a decider, it's the fact that it went all 5 games, could really, we may see some fatigue setting in as he's kind of getting to a bit of a mess here up on the top to start out here.
Yeah, Borg looking a little bit fatigued, but going to try and nurse it to health following those pieces. And actually decided not to go for a burn. Really creative solve right there. And looks like just holding out for that J piece. Now going to want an I piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bar
no,
not
this is
showing
a
up
drought.
here.
Oh, that's a tough O piece. It's going to bring the stack down by 1, but
and guess
man,
what, Sharky? This drought is still going.
it's going to be a real tough one to navigate through.
If you're Rhubarb, though, the silver lining here is Huff's not really able to build a lead because it is the same pieces, though. There we go, Tetris for Huff. But, it's the same seed, so they're, neither player getting the long bars here.
Yeah, but also it's, it's a double-edged sword because now both you and your opponent are in a drought. Let's say your opponent had a worse board. You can't even capitalize off of that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But 175 for Huff, 96,000 for Rhubarb. And so far, things looking pretty clean for Huff. Rhubarb, that left side, a little bit problematic, but that T-piece is going to do wonders for the board. Get things cleaned up, and the well is now open.
Ooh, you can see that pullback there, the S piece, and that was really well done, too, because the bar came in just a couple pieces later, able to get the Tetris there. Nicely done.
Huff is going to fire back, though, but now both players looking pretty clean. And there's one Tetris for Rhubarb as well.
Again, it's kind of the level of play you expect to see. People, it doesn't really matter how crazy the situations get from players of this caliber, right? Like, you're 9 times, actually, no, more like 99 times out of 100, you're gonna see players get out of it.
Yeah.
When they're at the highest levels of Tetris like you're seeing here today.
Especially how, how much all the players that made it into the bracket, they're all pretty established rollers by now. So we can definitely see, crazy survival in 18 and it just be perfectly normal. But when things are really going to be interesting is when we get to that 19 and that level 29 speeds.
Yeah, and we got to remember too, we are doing the 39 line cap. I don't think it's come up yet in a match today, in these round 1 matches, but perhaps something we could see here, Sharky.
Yeah, definitely possible. I mean, Huff, obviously, one that's very familiar with that. But, Rhubarb, I haven't seen a match where he's reached or where he was pushed all the way to 39. So it could be that up against Huff, it could be that this is that match.
Yeah, as Huff is someone, again, he's got like millions and millions of points, right? He could play 29 forever if you let him, right? But, obviously, we want this to be exciting, right? We want to get this to where, they're pushing each other to the very end. Like, there's an actual end to the game, a defined end. I think that's going to make things really interesting.
Yeah. Right now, so far, Huff maintaining a 130,000 point lead. And looks like we are running into another drought, a smaller one, it would seem. And Huff also has a little bit of a pace advantage being behind end lines as well.
Yeah, and, you kind of saw, it was really on account of that early digging that we saw from Rhubarb, whereas Huff was able to keep the board clean. That, accounting for quite a substantial lead here in this game number 1.
Oh, nice LJ combo right there. And these stacks are looking pristine. Past the 100 line mark, so we are going to be heading to transition soon. We're looking at a high 500 for Huff and somewhere in the lower to mid 400 territory for Rhubarb.
Yeah, a few touches available. Again, we are about 20 lines away from the transition here, so players kind of have to start thinking about it. You see Rhubarb shaking his head, trying to start thinking about keeping this board safe, right? Get into a position where you're not going to be stuck in a dig as the speed doubles, right?
Yeah. 10 lines remain, so 3 Tetrises available for both players. Huff can score 1 burn line and still get all 3. Rhubarb has none that can be afforded if he wants all 3. And you got to be careful around these situations, trying to go perfect going into 19. You want to give yourself an ideal board, roll or not.
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly had games where, you know, like I in some dig, you know, I get like I'm trying to go aggressive, I get into a dig like right at the transition, right, and then the game immediately ends. But Rhubarb going to be smart, take the burn, and we'll get a Tetris right after. Go to 472. Huff will get there as well at 540.
Yeah, so 70,000 point advantage, and Huff actually not able to use that long bar. Is going to actually have to correct the stack, and so maybe.
Oh, hold up, we set. Oh no, gonna burn it away. I was thinking maybe setting up dirty, but
yeah.
Safe.
Playing it safe, but that has allowed Rhubarb to close the gap by a pretty good margin, and the burn is going to be perpetuated by Huff. So Huff is going to slow down, and now Rhubarb is only 3,000 points away.
Yeah, we were neck and neck. Just like that. I mean, literally one small dig was all it took for Huff, or for Rhubarb, excuse me, to come back from such a large deficit.
Huff is behind in lines by around 5, so 1 Tetris could be extending the lead. But as long as Rhubarb keeps playing like this, if Huff makes another mistake, then we can easily be tied on pace. Another Tetris for Rhubarb. Huff clean. Oh, has to take a triple there.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things that when you got an efficient game going from both players like this is something that really could make all the difference at the end. You know, that, like, man, like that triple just cost me the game, right? Like that could be, you know.
Yeah, it could be the thing, because, I mean, we're on same piece sets. So if you use your long bar for a triple, or you have to take a triple and your opponent, oh no!
Oh, but Rhubarb.
Nice survival. Okay, and the stack is actually in a manageable position.
Wow.
Goes for the tuck, knocks down a Tetris, and knocks down another one. 754 to now 713.
Wow, I'm sure Rhubarb breathing a sigh of relief there, feeling pretty good about that. That would have been really dicey if not for that little spin there coming in clutch. My God.
As you can see, we are in neck and neck territory here right now. 746 to now 788. Now make that 776 to now 788. And Rhubarb going to slow down slightly. Well is open, but has no opportunity to burn just yet. All right, left side's built up high enough.
There we go.
Had to take that triple. Still waiting. There it is, Tetris for Rhubarb.
Yeah, of course, Huff kind of behind on that P sequence too. So kind of potentially, you know, if you looked over, could see like, okay, you know, Rhubarb's kind of building high, trying to keep this safe, and he's done just that. 816, there's the Tetris again. 849 to 867 for Rhubarb. This is, I mean, again, Sharky, this is a really tight one right out of the gate.
There's another Tetris for Huff, actually going to go into the lead. Waiting on another long bar, and Rhubarb having to actually take some of these burns here, trying to keep the stack alive. And the biggest thing is, you know, it's no longer 29. We don't stop at 29. We go past that, and so you have to make sure you have a good board for that. And speaking about good board, Huff needs to do a little bit of cleanup here.
Yeah, Huff's just got to get this under control. I mean, that left side really could use some help to be built out. You can kind of see that little, you know, little T-hole there on the left that he had, but now that long bar coming in, gotta help.
1 Tetris remaining for Rhubarb before transition. Sets up the T-spin, and now has to burn. But wait, that's perfect.
Oh.
There's the max for Huff into the lead, 991 to now 802. And another Tetris for Huff, 838. But it looks like Rhubarb's trying to get set up. Has to take a triple.
See Rhubarb just keeping it low, keeping this under control. Doesn't want to risk it early top, but kind of daring Huff, right, to try and
wow.
go a little aggressive.
Getting that piece over to the right. Still going to have to do some more consolidation, get the stack under control. And now it looks like Huff is pretty comfortable too. Both players now just surviving. Oh no! It's going to be tough. That left side is going to be dangerous. But hold on, Rhubarb can find a way to navigate through it.
Oh, there we go.
Nicely
There's
done.
The bar.
Oh, nicely done. 833 to now 864. Trying to get something to burn off on that right side.
Yeah, Huff's in a bit of a bind
beautiful.
too here. Oh, Huff's going to top out at 866.
But hold on, this is not over. Rhubarb needs 867 and can't do anything.
No.
What a close game, but Huff is going to take game number 1.
Wow. What a nail biter, man. What a friggin' nail biter to open this set. It's round 2 at the Lone Star Championship. My God.
All right, they're already good and ready to go. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I mean, we really, you know, take a look at that game. It was insane because that really shines on Rhubarb. Rhubarb played the post really well there to bring it to where they were tied and then only separated by one Tetris going into 29.
Yeah, it was really crazy to see, and it was crazy to just see him keep it under control for those first few levels of 29 there. You know, I mean, that had he kept it, you know, a little more composed for that last like few seconds there as Huff got into some trouble, you know, he could have, that definitely was doable for Rhubarb.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to that point, you know, that's one thing that I wonder about these players is how much they have to have awareness of their opponent's boards, especially on 29. It's like, okay, my opponent's getting up high. I need to, you know, maybe not go for this Tetris or, you know, play a little bit more conservative just so I can survive. Because, you know, each fraction of a second matters on 29.
Yeah, and it's tough to know, too, you know, especially when, the beasts are moving that fast, right? I can speak from experience here. You know, it's hard to know, like, you know, kind of glance over without, you know, you got to know that your line that you're about to clear is actually going to clear. Because if it doesn't, that's several misdrops waiting to happen right there.
Yeah, because you got to rework your entire game plan. But, you know, what a game one. And, you know, here in game two is Rhubarb that's actually the most efficient here, working with 5 burn lines so far.
Yeah, you know, the thing is too, Sharky, when these two would just immediately, like, they didn't even take a second to, like, you'll get your water stretcher. It's like, now we're good to go. Let's do this thing. Let's, you know, move along. You know, it's just a testament, I think, to just how, you know, ready to go. Like, they're just amped. They're ready to go. They just want to do it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for some people, they thrive on adrenaline, and so maybe that adrenaline is pumping from their matches. It's like, all right, we want to get started, so then we can use that in how we stack and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking about stacking right now, it's like we're running into a difficult piece sequence, a drought actually. Huff having to deal with this up on the top.
Oh, Rhubarb though, covering up that well on the right side. You kind of see he didn't really have a spot for the J. He was trying to set up more of a single, kind of like he did just there with that one, but didn't quite pan out. But now he's nice and clean, just waiting on another bar to show.
Man, both players are waiting on a bar to show.
Yeah, guess what? It ain't coming, so they're gonna have to.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah.
They finally decided to step out the shade because man, it's hot here in Austin. I mean, hey, even long bars get exhausted. Oh, I speak from experience.
Hey now.
223 for Rhubarb and 170. Make that 196 for Huff. So roughly a 3 Tetris difference here. Ooh, nice little overhang setup right there.
Yeah, you know, for those who are not here live in person in Austin, Texas, you know, as you were saying, you know, it is pretty hot day here. It's been pretty much 100 degrees till further notice, you know. So
yeah.
It's been a little warm. So, yeah, it's understandable the bar didn't really want to go out into that, you know.
Yeah.
I sure didn't, so.
Oh, a couple of misdrops from Rhubarb, and actually, this is actually a really complicated set of misdrops to solve. Oh, no, even more.
Yeah.
This is survivable, but the question is, how efficient can Rhubarb make this dig? Because the lead has evaporated. It's gone.
Yeah,
Huff.
it's literally less than a touch, and Huff going to take it right there, take the lead.
Still, Rhubarb trying to work way down. And, okay.
Was thinking maybe he might go for the tuck there.
Yeah.
Right, had the little spot could kind of slide over to the left, but on an alternate solution, seems like it is working A-okay here.
And Huff's waiting for a good piece. Is going to have to go for that spin. And the board is manageable for Rhubarb. It's just, it's taken so long to get out of this.
Yeah, it's just going to be really tough, you know, but, you know, if you're Rhubarb, you kind of just got to think like, all right, let's just get this down before the transition, you know. We know that we just saw a really excellent 19 performance from Rhubarb that last game.
Yeah.
He knows that, like, okay, I can give Huff a run for his money here, right, on the 19 speed and really start to close that gap. So, you know, important thing right now, just get this under control so we're good to go. Because that way, that's even a possibility to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and also, you know, technically speaking, Rhubarb did outlast Huff a little bit on 29 in game one. So maybe, you know, the idea is like, all right, just need to make sure I survive here and don't get too far behind.
Yeah, and that was the thing I was going to say too, right? Yeah, stay within shouting distance, right?
433 to now 369 here. Another touch is going to bring Rhubarb up to 392. We're looking at another kind of a mid to low 400K transition for Rhubarb and a low 500K possible for Huff here.
Yeah, so kind of similar to what we saw in that last game, Sharky, right? Yeah, pretty, fairly even game, but, Huff certainly with a decent advantage here going into the 19.
Yeah,
as we got just a few lines to go.
It looks like it's going to be a smaller advantage than last game, so a bit closer, a little bit more tightly knit. Huff can only grab 2 more, and Rhubarb actually finds all remaining Tetrises in 18, transitions at 462. And Huff transitions at 527. So yeah, shorter lead than what we saw last game. Question is, how is this post-transition going to pan out for these players?
Yeah, we'll see if Rhubarb can kind of keep up that 19 efficiency like we saw the last time, or if Huff will, keep it cleaned up, stay composed and get it done.
Yeah, a couple of burns being forced here, at least 4 burn lines, and oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, a lot of long bars here. Guess they came back early from vacation. Tetris ready now over here for Rhubarb, and there it is, 561. The lead has shrunk by a Tetris in pace, but potentially more as, man, Huff couldn't use that long bar there.
Oh,
couldn't use another one.
So Rhubarb has taken the real-time lead. Huff gonna come right back though with a Tetris of his own, 613, 592 for Rhubarb. This is getting tight again here, Sharky.
Yeah, there it is, 619. And Rhubarb, okay, there it is. Trying to get right pieces. Huff, bring the stack down. There it is, 649, and now 647, 2,000 point or 3,000 points separating them. There's a Tetris, and we are caught up on lines just about.
Yeah, it's about a 3-line differential, so fairly negligible, I would say, at this point. This is about as neck and neck as it gets.
Yeah, and nice burn over there for Rhubarb. Tetris for Rhubarb. Huff is not in a scoring position right now, so Rhubarb can utilize this opportunity and build up a small lead, as Huff now going to be forced to look for that T-piece. Oh, nice spin. 687 now for Huff. 768 for Rhubarb. Almost a 100,000 point lead in the time span of a level and a half.
Yeah, like maybe 20 lines, right? Like, oh my word. Rhubarb is on fire right now, and it continues with the Tetris there. 832, the Huff, who's in a bit of a bind here at 720.
Yeah, set up a nice chain of delay burns, but still not being able to find the success wanted here. Once that right well open, finally gets it open, now just waiting on the long bar. There it is, Tetris for Huff, 756 to now 895, 140,000 point lead here. And they're pretty, well now it's been cut down to 110, but that's 3 Tetrises separating them.
Yeah, this could really make all the difference here as we're running out of time before that 29 speed hits. The second transition, as some may be calling it nowadays.
Yeah, second transition indeed, as both players now fighting on level 26. Looks like a little bit on the rougher edges, but now Rhubarb able to find that Tetris on 27. Oh, nicely done over there for Huff. Tetris ready. Both players 27. There's the Tetris for Huff. 862 to now A03. We have the max here into level 28. And
double flip there. Roller mistrap.
Oh, nicely done. Got the right pieces. There's a Tetris can afford one more. We're looking at like an A76 going into 29, or maybe a little bit more. Taking a couple of burns. Oh no!
Oh, another double rotation there.
And this is dangerous. This is right before 29. Gonna have to try and find a way to survive this. Huff aiming for one more Tetris. Trying to get set up. Waiting on the right pieces. It's not happening. Now Huff, there it is, 29 Tetris. A07 and now A61. Rhubarb looking for preferably an I piece. That's a massive triple. And really, triples become huge on 29 because your ability to score Tetrises is limited.
Yeah, and in spite of the speed staying the same, the points still go up as Rhubarb's in a bit of a mess again here.
Yeah, and speaking about points going up, Huff just scored a level 30 Tetris and is setting up for one in column 2. But does the long bar come? No, not yet. Huff is being forced to wait. And oh wait, split double? Hold on, trying to keep things open. There's still a chance, but no.
Oh, not gonna happen.
And we are now tied 1-1 as Rhubarb with the BO1 in level 32 takes game number 2.
Wow, what a game. Like, all right, now he's ready to go.
Let's go and
Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I mean, what a game. And so far the story of these past 2 games have been Rhubarb having exceptional post transitions and then being able to outlast Huff on 29 speeds. That has been the story of the first 2 games. Unfortunately, the first game didn't convert into a win for Rhubarb, but still, you know, Rhubarb is doing something good here.
Yeah, I would say he's looking good right now. And, you know, I think part of that last game for sure, you know, Huff kind of, you know, perhaps feeling the pressure of Rhubarb having a fairly substantial lead, you know, going into that 29, you know, perhaps feeling the pressure to set up that column 2 Tetris that just did not pan out because the bar just didn't feel like showing up, you know?
Bar was nowhere to be found, and you got to give credit where credit is due. The way that Huff managed that stack and tried to keep it open, a lot of creative ideas. And hold on, speaking about creative ideas, Rhubarb's going to need something creative to get out of this. Oh, nicely done. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Dirty triple right there. That's gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer here at least. Got the board clean.
Yeah, can stop holding your breath now. And, you know, there's a little bit of a scare, but like you said, you know, with these players that are left in the bracket, 99 out of 100 times, they're getting out of that situation.
Yeah, no doubt. Right now we got 124 for Huff. Tetris for Rhubarb, he will go to 109 here. We're about 30 lines through for this one.
Yeah, and considering that, you know, that was an efficient dig. Yeah. You know, in game 1 when Rhubarb got into something similar like that, Huff was able to build up a 100,000 plus point lead. And no opportunity was given right there. Huff is going to have the lead, just not going to be a massive one.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, seriously, it's been a very good set. You know, again, you know, Huff kind of, you know, the guy who's won the Honda Fan Cup back in November, I think that was. It was after the CTWC. Yeah. You know, and has made the finals at the World Championship back in 2021. You know, is really someone that has always been an elite level player. You know, and Rhubarb, you know, kind of right there. You know, he's been there for quite some time. You know, he's always, you know, he's been making the gold bracket at CTWC the last couple years, I want to say. You know, it's certainly, you know, on paper you'd think maybe Huff has the advantage, but, you know, it's been very competitive, you know.
Yeah, in a game of Tetris, I mean, anything can happen. We've seen it happen in the qualifiers. We've seen it happen in lower bracket in the first round games. So, I mean, we can definitely see anything happen.
Yeah. You know, we've, you know, certainly seen crazier things today than perhaps Rhubarb defeating the one-time world finalist here at this one. Certainly see crazier things today alone. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Rhubarb is going to have to commit a couple of burns. That hole is tediously placed on column 3. And, you know, when you get situations like that, you got to make a decision. It's like, do I spend the extra lines to burn this out, or do I try and build on top of it? And, you know, going up against Huff, or not even just Huff, just against players around similar skill levels, you know what they're capable of. You know, it's a real gamble that player. It's a big decision to make.
Yeah, without question. You know, he's doing a really good job here. I mean, he's really, you know, he's kind of making calculated risks, and, you know, they're paying off for the most part here. I mean, again, other than maybe that game 1 towards the end, but, you know, he's been doing an excellent job. Honestly, I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from Rhubarb here this set.
Yeah. So here it is, a little bit over halfway through the pre-transition. And, Huff missing JD spin. And going to cost a couple of burns, but does have almost a 100,000 point lead. But, you know, 362 for Huff, 287 for Rhubarb. And just clean plays so far.
Yeah, it's a pretty clean game all around. You know, not really too many dig situations. Huff kind of missed dropping a T there, but nothing he can't handle. Just going to take a burn or two there to resolve.
Yeah. And winner of this game has to play the winner of Dog and Fractal. Actually, a rematch from last year's Austin event.
That's right, yeah.
A rematch in because there was, you know, CTM Live that happened last year, and there was also, you know, the Lone Star Championship where both of them played each other.
Wait, in both events,
Yeah. So,
just should be a battle for. I think didn't they play at CTWC this year also?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Like, so that's gonna be. I mean, that's a battle for the ages. I'd say that's a rivalry guy. I mean, we got Foreman here, and, you know, I think it'll be one for the ages.
Yeah, 442 for Huff right now, 389 for make that 411 for Rhubarb, and all things considered, still very close. Actually, a lot closer. Rhubarb still, you know, going to be ahead in lines. So Huff might be able to have a bit of an advantage, but we've seen, you know, time and time again, if Huff, you know, continues to make these small errors, it's not like super huge mistakes. It's just being inefficient.
Yeah, it's just slightly suboptimal moves, right, that cause maybe like a burn or two, you know, but I mean, in a high-stakes game like this, that can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we said it, like, coming down to, like, those triples that were being forced on Huff's board.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe had Huff been able to score Tetrises instead of the triples, the game would have been a lot closer, and Huff probably wouldn't have felt the pressure to, you know, go for those elevated Tetrises.
Yeah.
But here it is, transition 508 for Rhubarb. Huff got one more following this Tetris, goes up to 560 currently.
Yeah, so he's got hanging on to a lead. There's a Tetris for Huff. We'll go to 584 into the transition. So it's got about a 2 Tetris lead as we begin this 19 play here. This is looking like it's going to be another tight one here, Sharky.
Yeah, another misdrop over here for Huff, though. So that's going to be 5 burn lines before the well can be accessed and Tetrises to be scored.
But look at that. Did it in the most efficient way possible. And now he's just trying to get that right side fixed up.
Oh. The Daz Evolution.
The Daz Evolution freaking out back there. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. I don't know what happened there. It sounds like something good, but
yeah.
Speaking of something good,
yeah.
Huff's going to need something good here to get out of this mess.
Needs a lot of pieces. This is actually a bit difficult. The holes are somewhat decently placed. Oh, that's a perfect. Oh, just needs one more J or an I. Going to have to compromise. Now would love to get an eyepiece. Desperately wants it.
Dirty Tetris for Huff. Oh, my word.
Now there's the
there
dirty
we go.
Tetris.
That's the Tetris. Well,
hey.
Edit it in post. It's fine.
Counting the 4 is hard when you're playing or watching 19 speeds.
Oh, yeah.
669 now for Huff. 805 for Rhubarb. And my gosh, 805. Wasn't the transition like low 500 or high 400?
Like 400, I think.
Yeah. This is insane.
Yeah. My God.
Clean play. And double flip over there for Huff. And there's no way for Tetrises to be scored. Can't set up for a dirty either because all the holes are just so awkwardly placed. Can try and go for one now and might feel the pressure to. It's down by 160,000 points.
It's a Tetris in, though. I mean, yeah, it's just a tough board to work with right now. You can see he's kind of perhaps feeling some of that pressure, being kind of forced into setting up some aggressive setups here at the moment.
Yeah, working his way down. However, Rhubarb, one more Tetris will give us a max. And that's
there it is.
26 max, just barely too.
Yeah.
But, okay, hold on. There is going to be some complications. C. Oh, those are perfect pieces.
Yeah, there we go. Huff with the center row Tetris in. Going to go to 847. So he's trying to just stay within shouting distance, Sharky. You know, it's about 150K behind. You know, he's trying to make sure that he's got a window to catch up in these last 10 levels, 29 through 39, right? They got to keep this under control.
Yeah, but something important about keeping it under control is the board state. You can't score no Tetrises on 29 if your board's up 10 high. Like Huff is now currently have to deal. All right, able to get a couple pieces over. Nice double. Looking for another. Oh no,
Whoa.
He's an eyepiece.
Oh
my God, what?
Oh,
not gonna be
no.
enough. But
what on earth was that T? Like, what?
that was ridiculous. Yeah. But Rhubarb takes game 3 and is 1 game away from advancing to the next round.
And pulling the upset here. Oh my God.
All right, we got it ready from both players. You ready, Bird?
Ready to go. Let's do
go
this
ahead and count them down. Here we go in 3,
2, 1. Tetris.
Man, what a freaking game. The post over there from Rhubarb was insane. And the board in 29, he didn't play it because he had already won.
Yeah.
But the board in 29 was pristine.
Yeah, I mean, even if it had gone that far, yeah, I think Rhubarb would have been in some really good shape. Has able to, kind of line it up for a bit, really just keep the pressure on Huff's side to, start scoring efficiently here on 29.
Yeah,
try and go aggressive.
We're talking about a 200,000 point lead just about. At that point, that's 6 Tetris or 5 Tetrises, depending on where you score them in post 29, that Huff has to score just to match your score. And then if that were to happen, it's like, okay, then I can start going for Tetrises. You're just put in a position where you can be more relaxed. And, it's that comfortability that gives us game 4 match point Rhubarb.
Yeah. And, some big stakes here, too, as, I'm kind of seeing in the chat, from Renz, if Rhubarb wins, right, this is a big stake here. CTN Classic Tetris News will be sold. So I don't know. We really want Rhubarb to win? Of course, I kid.
I mean, he never said who it would be sold to. He could purchase it for himself.
That's true. Yeah, he could have sold it to an entity owned by himself. That is true.
And right now, looking pretty close here. Rhubarb off to a little bit more of an efficient start. One Tetris in the lead. And, you know, one of the good things about this year's tournament is there is double elimination. So even if Huff does get knocked out here, he still has a second chance.
Yeah. You know, regardless of the outcome of this match, it's been an amazing watch so far. You know, and I think either one of them will put on a really good show in the next round. Again, winner facing the winner of the match coming up between Dog and Fractal. Man, this is just, it's heating up real quick as we get into round 2 of this tournament, Sharky. This is insane.
And then not sure if you know the other commentators touched on this, but for the lower bracket, it's best of 3s.
Yep.
So a lot more volatility, and it's really, you know, shows these players want to stay in the upper bracket.
Yeah, I definitely want to avoid, you know, one early top out potentially making all the difference here, right? Like, you know, in a game 3 situation, right? Normally, if you're like tied at game 3, it's like, okay, I early top, like whatever, like I'll just reset, we're fine. But in the best of 3, that's a different story. So certainly something, as you said, these players want to avoid.
Yeah, speaking of a different story right now, Rhubarb's going to want to knock this stack down a few stories. Looking, oh, that's going to be perfect. Going to be able to open up the well. Now just waiting on the long bar. Tetris is scored, and we're basically neck and neck here. 247, 248.
Yeah, just a couple lines, the difference here. Oh, the bits from Rhubarb. The
Beautiful.
war crimes.
Well, is it really a war crime if it's an adjustment, though?
That's fair. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's fair.
Now, delay bits, oh, you're going to have Tugi knocking at your door.
Right, be like, now why would you set that up? That's just objectively a bad move. I don't have a good Tugi impression, but that's as good as we're going to get.
Let's see, 296 now for Huff, 275. Rhubarb does have a hold. Still going to be able to score a Tetris, but a triple is going to be forced at least before another Tetris can be scored. And RNG is telling Rhubarb to be patient right now. These pieces are not ideal for his stack. Can't get set up though.
Yeah, did get a nice split triple here. Yeah, potentially keep going up on row 2, and that looking like that's probably going to be the move here, as we got a lot of garbage above that hole towards the bottom there. So
yeah, and oh, beautiful T-burn over there for Huff. Both players now ready to score Tetrises. Rhubarb on row 2, Huff, of course, at ground 0.
Yeah, but guess what? No bars in sight here. It is MIA right now. But there you go. It finally shows bank Tetris for Rhubarb. We'll go to 335, and Huff, wait for it. Still there it is. And we'll go to 374. So about a 2 Tetris difference between the two players. It is Rhubarb with the lead. Or sorry, Huff with the lead, excuse me.
Oh, another bits. All right, maybe that one's a war crime, doing multiple bits in the game. Yeah. But I mean, it looks like, how many they've gotten a lot of long bars over the past like 30 or so pieces.
Yeah, they got that one drought, right? And then the game just kind of started hitting them over the head with these bars, right? Like, hey, here's a bar, you get a bar, you get a bar. Everybody gets a bar.
Except for you watching at home playing along, you don't get a bar. 451 to now 425. We are nearing the level 19 transition. 500Ks are on the table.
Yeah, potentially for both here. You know, and this, you know, I think this is what Rhubarb's been looking for, though, right? You know, kind of had the stronger 19 than the 18 that we've seen these last few games. You know, finally this could be the game where he really puts it all together. You know, this could be a huge game for him.
Yeah, and then of course Huff looking to equalize the set, make it 2-2, bring us to a decider. It's not going to be easy though. One Tetris remains for Rhubarb. Huff can score 2 with perfect play, but it's looked like it's only going to be 1 if the bar does come.
Yeah, bar didn't show. Had to take a couple burns there. Only has 1 line to go now. Just waiting for it. And, oh, it shows just after. We'll get a Tetris in. 526. A 526. Sharky, we're neck and neck.
We were almost tied there. Oh, there it is. Another Tetris for Rhubarb. Huff going to knock one down as well. Separated by half a single.
Oh my God.
Gosh. But this is what we were expecting. Both players transitioning around the same score and that efficiency to be matched. Oh, nice placement over there for
going
Huff.
For it. Oh, but didn't get the bar in time to end up just burning it away. Man, that would have been crazy. that he showed up.
But that's a triple, and that's a Tetris further in the lead for Rhubarb. 609 to now 590.
Yeah, and we're at the same line count too, so no real pace shenanigans, right? With, oh, well, one person's further ahead in the one count. You know, none of that.
Technically speaking, Huff could potentially. Nah, this is a true lead from Rhubarb, and Rhubarb is playing this masterfully. Devilish score right there, but to get us out of that, 694 now for Rhubarb, 625 for Huff. It's going to knock down another one and go up to 652. And, oh my gosh, the adjustment bits. It's going to follow it up with a Tetris. And, you know, doing those kind of things, that's kind of what you need for that efficiency. Oh, but hold on.
Oh, that left side, though, getting a little tough. Okay, going to get that
that's
bar
perfect.
over. You can see he was really just waiting for the J because he knows it would have been better for his board. He did eventually get it. So there we go. Another Tetris for Huff. We'll go to 740, 782 for the vicious Rhubarb.
This is ridiculous. Both players are they're scoring at the same Tetris rate, but it was that one triple that Huff had to take that has made the difference on what they're separated by right now.
Yeah, unreal. The fans in the background from the distance cheering these two on. Definitely not some of the other things that are going on at the convention right now.
Nah, Tetris is the only thing going on right now. But, Rhubarb being forced to take a couple of burns here. Another Tetris for Huff. Still down by like a little over half a Tetris. Tetris for Rhubarb, 887 now. Herb, this is staying close.
Yeah, this is coming out of the wire, Sharky. This is a war of attrition between these two, without question. I mean, this one, I want to see this go the whole distance, all the way to that 39 line cap.
I want to see it. In-person 39 super kill screen.
Yeah.
We want to see it happen. And it could happen this tournament, but it definitely could happen this game. There's a Tetris for Rhubarb, 960 to now 938. And Huff having to take these burns.
Yeah, it was Rhubarb's been staying super efficient. Another Tetris about to max out here. We're on 28.
What a read over there from Huff. Nice double square read, but hold on a second. This is, dirty Tetris for Rhubarb, but he wants to get the board under control. 29 is 5 lines away. Okay, wait, that's perfect. Huff is now only down by less than a Tetris, though, and has one more to go before 29. Rhubarb is set up, waiting for it, having to take a couple of burns. Not going to go for the triple, go for the skim.
Ooh, that was a nice splat from Rhubarb. Just trying to keep this board. Oh, the bar shows up too late.
Oh, has to try and find some way to open it. Huff, Huff only needs a couple more 1,000 points. A triple would be good enough. And there it is. Huff takes game number 4. We are going to a decider. Players are ready. Let's go ahead and count them down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! I mean, it's tough. You know, first time we've seen both players equally matched on 18, equally matched on 19 through 28. And then where Huff, was one of the pioneers of the 29 play. That's where it shined in that game. But this is it. No more chances. Both of these players have expended their remaining lives. They're on 0 now.
Yep, this is it. It is do or die. Both players on their last lives here, at least for the winner's bracket. Again, we are doing a loser's bracket as well. So loser of this is still in this tournament, but as we kind of talked about, you definitely want to stay in the winner's bracket to, avoid, right? Because you want to win the tournament, right? Like, that's what you want to do. And the best way to do it, stay in that winner's bracket.
Yeah, because then, of course, we got to talk about, if you are, making a lower bracket run, if you do make it all the way, you got to beat whoever is at the top of this twice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's saying, like, beating someone like Dog, Andy, or Alex T
or Fractal.
Twice. Yeah. Which, by the way, if you want to see more matches happening, I believe Alex T and Blue Scooty is going on live right now on Monthly Tetris with vandweller and the king of restreams commentating over there. So be sure to pull up a tab and, listen in and check in on that as well.
Yeah, doing the whole squad stream over here. So, yeah, very fun time. I'm having a very good time out here. I'm glad I made the decision to fly out here, from my hometown. This has been an absolute blast, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. And speaking of crazy, weird, basically neck and neck here. Oh, this is actually a lot of tough pieces over there for Rhubarb. Those S's had nowhere on the stack.
Yeah, had to just throw them to the right.
And the adjustment and follows it up with a Tetris.
Yeah, a little simul Tetris action there. My God, that was
beautiful.
Very well done, yeah, from Rhubarb.
And, you know, synchronized on pieces, that's a first.
Yeah.
Generally, someone is significantly ahead over the other.
Yeah.
Rhubarb more a bit of a cohesive stack, so going to be able to take a lead over Huff there. Having to burn 3 lines there, then score a Tetris following. So 204 to 219. Still very close game. No player has managed to take a dominant lead over the other.
Yeah, there hasn't really been any crazy shenanigans going on with some high digs. Yeah, a couple burns up high from Rhubarb, right? But nothing really, no real extended digs of any sort here. It's
nothing that would,
great to watch.
swing the pendulum one way or the other. Ren's apparently saying if Rhubarb wins, that Ren's will buy CTN.
So yeah, so we were right.
Yeah.
Telling it, to himself. Yeah.
That is just really clean play here. And, it's generally what you like to see in the Siders. Players have had, those 4 games. They get a feel for their opponent, how they play. And Game 5 always has the potential to be something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very exciting match. And I love what I'm seeing here. Again, on paper, right, seating-wise, you'd think maybe, maybe Huff's got this pretty handily, but Rhubarb has really just put on a heck of a show here to stay in this, bring us all the way to a decider. I mean, I swear, every match I've seen today has been, everyone has really just brought their absolute A game, and really made it a great show, and I hope it's been a great show for those watching here in person in Austin, Texas, and for those watching at home. It's been truly, it's awesome.
I mean, it's been stellar, and we get to come back and do it all again tomorrow with the inclusion of the DAS players as well, with the DAS National Championship happening as well.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very exciting to watch. Some of the world's best DAS players, or at least some of America's best DAS players. It's a national championship.
Yeah.
Going at it.
Yeah, not the international. That's the DAS World Cup.
Yeah, that we'll see. Yeah, that's in September. That's in Germany. It'll be a little while before that happens, but definitely excited to watch that again as well. That was really good show put on, by Chris Forrest and Mark, and all those guys out there,
Wow.
Very exciting.
Forced to take some burns, but the thing is, man, this is so freaking close. Huff might be being a little bit more efficient than Rhubarb here, but otherwise, this is one hell of a match.
Yeah, this is really, this is going to be a nail-biter. I expect we're going to see this one go to 29 again as well. It's going to come down to the wire. This, just as pretty much every other game this set has so far, man. This is unreal.
5:02 to now 5:08. We are looking at some beautifully mid-high transitions here, or mid to high 500K transitions. 3 available for both players. And they also have some lines to burn, so they don't have to go all in trying to, play perfect for the rest of 18. Because the temptation is always there.
Yeah, temptation's always there to go perfect, right? All right, let me see if I can maybe, get a certain threshold. Maybe see if I can get that 600, or 700 or whatever, right? This case perhaps, could be trying to push for that 600.
Yeah, Huff just needs a Tetris for the 600. 595 here for Rhubarb. Beautiful double right there for Huff. And there it is.
There we go.
6:02 for Huff. Game number 5. This is it.
Yeah, it is do or die, man. This is exactly what you want to see. A high-stakes match, high scoring, going the distance. This is fantastic.
There is 6:23 now for Rhubarb. Finds the long bar, knocks down a Tetris. Huff, on the other hand, at 6:09, also knocks down a Tetris. So Rhubarb's still holding on to the lead. Both players are on identical line counts. Maybe a little bit of an advantage for Huff here, but it's going to be waiting on that long bar. There is another Tetris for Huff, 664. Make that 690 to now 704. Separated by half a Tetris here. Level 21. These are some high scores too.
Yeah, a couple birds required there from Huff was kind of what happened. Oh my goodness, that middle of the board.
Both players running into trouble here. Rhubarb having quite the dig. Huff not in a position to score for a Tetris yet. Can try and go for row 2, but do you risk that? No, Huff is going to burn this out. Tetris for Rhubarb, 740 now, has 1 Tetris cushion. Can try and use that time bot to try and get the board under control, as Huff still trying to get things under control. Oh, there it is. Huff's stack is ready. There it is, Tetris for Huff, 739, now 745.
Yeah, this is, wow, it's just insane. You know, I was going to say earlier, it might come down to who got out of that dig first, and it was Rhubarb, you know, who was able to get that Tetris, you know, that cushion.
Yeah, 775 to now 770. Another Tetris for Huff, actually into the lead, as now Rhubarb, oh my gosh, goes for the aggressive play, but does it pay off? And yes, it does. No burns committed there. 805 to, or 800, 830 now, 809. What an aggressive play there.
My God, what a mad lad, dude.
Still in Huff's favor there. Huff looking for that J piece now. Both players clean, Tetris ready. And beautiful set of burns over there from Rhubarb.
Yeah.
877 Huff with the lead currently, 910 now. I was able to find just a little bit more success. There's another Tetris for Huff, 957, another Tetris for Huff, and a counter Tetris for Rhubarb. Is coming down to the wire. We are just under 3 levels away from level 29. You're going to see the speed increase.
Yeah, it's about a Tetris and a half the difference here. You know, just as we've seen in every other game this set, it is coming down to the wire, as you said. This is, oh my word.
I believe has every single game in the set gone to 29?
Almost, other than one where we had a top out from Huff on 27. Other than that, it has gone to 29 every game.
All right, 2 Tetrises remain over here for Rhubarb. And 3 potentially for Huff. Rhubarb is set up. Huff is also set up. Both players now waiting patiently. Holding out for the long bar. The drought is massive. Huff gets it over.
Gets it over.
Gonna take another triple. What a drought this is. What? Oh my gosh, all those triples just to stay alive. But there it is. There's a B on the screen over there for Rhubarb. And now BO2 for Huff. And there's a Tetris into the lead. Rhubarb trying to get set up here. No, gonna be forced to burn. Waiting. No, not gonna go for the tuck. And I mean, tucks are hard to execute on 29 speed as well.
Yeah, so Huff hanging on to a lead here at 29. Perhaps trying to put the pressure on Rhubarb to start slamming some Tetrises here. He's set up. Where's the bar?
Waiting for it. He needs the bar. He needs it right now. The bar has to come, and it doesn't come. Huff manages to win the decider and advances to the next round.
Oh my word. Did everything he could. He had to set that up. He didn't really have much, you know, we have a 39 line gap. It's not like we could just go forever, right? Like,
yeah.
He knew he had to keep up with Huff in efficiency, and it just did not pay off there. The bar just did not show up, and it will be Huff moving on to the next round of this tournament.
The winner of Dog and Fractal.
And both players are ready. Let's go ahead, Kingsman, and get this underway.
Let's go, players. We start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Let's do it. Long bars and T's to start here, Van. And I mean, this is a treat. This is a real treat to see these two. I mean, you got to call this one last year at Lone Star.
I did?
Right? Yeah.
Oh my God, kind of a rematch of last year.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of rematches. But amazing that this matchup has to take place so early in the tournament.
But thanks to that redemption bracket, Van, we may see it again later. You never know.
I mean, this is where you like to see that redemption bracket. Obviously, we've got 2 truly world-class championship elite players here. And, you know, that's what the redemption bracket is for, the losers bracket. You know, you want to give these players a chance to not just lose to some freak top out or whatever. Really like, okay, hey, test their mettle, say, hey, you got every chance in the world, you know, to get in there. On the other hand, you do like to see kind of the fluke, like Cinderella stories as well, which there are less of those with a losers bracket, with a, you know, double elimination.
Correct.
So, you know, whatever. There's positives, negatives.
There's plenty of that going on, yeah. And, of course, shout out to K9 with 3, 2, 1, Go Dog, Go Bits.
Yeah, thank you so much, K9.
The real golden one in chat, Goat playing Tetris. Oh.
Yeah, right. It looked pretty dire.
Certainly these two players can be goats in their own right, Van.
They are indeed goats. Thanks so much to those of you doing sponsor quests at ctm.gg/Matcherino. Every little bit helps. So thank you for doing that. Plus, it's just a good way to say, you know what? I like CTM, and even though it's not a lot, it's something I can do that doesn't really cost me anything. Tetris here for Dog, 175, 187, now 210 for Fractal.
So yeah, this is a rematch of the Lone Star Finals last year, Van. Fractal and Dog battling it out. And Fractal ended up winning that. It was the Mega Masters champion last year too. So
Yeah,
certainly-
huge year for Fractal.
Yeah,
And coming, of course, runner-up in CTWC as well.
of course.
So
yeah.
really, two of the biggest won it. The other biggest one came in second. So 2022, the year of Fractal. In addition to it, like incredible, or not incredible, but very credible individual achievements, like
Yeah.
colors, right? So 1,320 lines on PAL, right? On PAL.
Pal, yeah. All your pals over there, right?
Yeah.
Europe.
You're my classic Tetris PAL.
Yeah. They're all your friends now.
That's
they
right.
You've been able to do a miraculous turnaround, Van. You got all the Euros, but like 2 years ago, couldn't stand you. And now they love you.
Do they?
They all love you.
Oh, I had
now.
no idea.
Yeah.
All right.
They shout your name from the rooftops.
Well, I just stopped talking about them, and then they.
Well, that can help too, right?
Yeah, there you go. All right, 315 here for Fractal. There's a Tetris 338, 298 here for Dog, playing Tetris, who is indeed playing Tetris right here in front of us. Going to uncover that right side, get a long bar down for the Tetris 322. So just about a little less than a Tetris lead for Fractal.
So some people are wondering, Vans, like, how could this matchup be happening so early? Number 7 seed Fractal, number 10 seed Dog. You're probably thinking Dog should be up a little higher, but I told a lot of people about this earlier. Dog and Andy kind of decided to show up for qualifying a little bit later than everybody else. You had a bunch of people come in, right, Van, that were like gun-ho. They needed to get in as soon as possible to get balls in. And Andy and Dog, they did their Magnus Carlsen impression and just showed up like 10 seconds before qualifying's going to close. Like, yeah, we'll just throw something up there.
There was a very long line to get into the convention today, which delayed some of the players as well. And there was just a long qualifying line, so players did not get very many attempts. The other thing is we also stopped people from qualifying once they got to a 1.2, figuring like, you're in, let's try to get some more people to get some attempts. So that is why maybe the bracket's a little skewed. But what the heck, all the right players I think are in. No offense if you're not in.
See you next year.
See you next year. Yeah, Eric came in 24 seed because Eric is on our technical team and, had fewer reps. 529 here, Fractal, 446 for Dog.
Touches down the right for Dog. Gonna kind of brush away his hair a little bit, maybe to get a better view. Wondering why Dog doesn't have a glass of water next to him, Van. He needs to get hydrated.
Yeah, it is weird to see not with Dog with no water next to him. All right, just one line away from the transition for Fractal. And probably going to just end up taking a burn here. 600K transition Fractal.
Got a crowd right behind Dog there, Van. Everybody kind of want to check this match out. You got the Fractal contingent fans hanging out over there. That's Fractal's at 604. Now going to level 20.
565 into 19 for Dog, now at 589. Now remember, we do have a level 39 super kill screen, so players will have, if they get there, 100 lines of 29 speed only.
Sally Rose in the chat says, love to see the live audience, man. Yeah, that's an important thing, right? You get to see everybody that's here, that crowd that's huddled around to watch the game, and that kind of influences you to come out to one of these things, right?
I think so. I mean, that's really, to me, that's what the best part is. Everybody just hanging out.
Catch with the Dog goes to 749, 6 and 93 out of Tetris for Fractal go to 721. And Van, no shock, this is a pretty damn good game to start.
Well, that's what you would expect with these two players. Again, top-tier, elite, world-class players. Very accomplished in their young careers. And two of the top all-time earners, of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at this point, Dog can like buy his own like offshore island right now.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but maybe a like a nice used car. All right, 797 Fractal, 794 Dog. Yeah, no, I wasn't here for the first part of the competition today, but I don't think anybody reached the super kill screen yet. But this is a match where we could definitely see it. Tetris here for Dog 916. Fractal waiting on the bar, gets one down, 894.
Dog, of course, representing his home state here, Texas shirt.
Well, both of them.
Well, Fractal's got a 3-2-1 Texas shirt. So he's repping. To me, he's repping CTM.
I don't know. It still says Texas on it.
It does, but I think it's more of a CTM shirt to me.
Listen, King, you talked yourself into a corner. You're not going to talk your way out of it.
I can talk my way out of anything, man.
I believe that.
How do you think I'm still married?
That's you talking your way into something. She's probably trying to talk her way out of it. 976 here for Fractal. Dog with the max out already here on 27.
And we're going to see some 29 action again. First time for these guys on the day. This is technically Dog's first game. Fractal to play one earlier, I believe.
All right, level 29 speeds here for Fractal. Very messy board. Dog with a good board and a good lead. 100,000 point lead for Dog here into 29. Fractal trying to bring this down. Fractal with a lot of experience playing at these speeds. Very comfortable. Wow, look at these tucks. Oh my word.
Wow.
Look at that. There's a nice triple for Fractal. Setting up this board to burn it down easy. There's another good triple. There we go. Fractal bringing that board down. Amazing. A64 Fractal. C04 for Dog. Level 31. Fractal set up for the Tetris. There's a Tetris for Fractal.
Dog hanging in. Ooh, a little bit of hang-a-rang of the long bar on the column 2.
Oh, can't get the long bar over. Dog going to top out C13. Fractal with a little bit less than 100,000 point Chasedown. Has time. Level 33. Needs to get the C13 and change to be safe. C here means 1.2 million points.
Look at Van knowing hexadecimal here. What a pro you are.
That's right. Well, you got to explain it. Not everybody here knows what a C is.
Of course. No, you're right.
I'm surprised you even know the alphabet.
Barely.
This is our final announcement of the day. We're closing in 5 minutes.
Oh, this game's got to end in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Wow. 28 lines to go here for Fractal. Needs to get to C13 and change. There's a triple B90. 23,000 points away and 23 lines to do it. There's a double. Has time. Singling and doubling this down. That will do it. I mean, well, he's not done, but that. Oh, no. There's a long bar out. C10. Gets a double over, I think. There's a double C17. Fractal will chase it down. Level 38, GG's.
You know it's serious when Van gives a Sharky, oh no!
Oh no! That's my Sharky impression. Oh no!
Oh no!
All right, increment the seeds, guys.
Really trying to push each other to the limit here.
All right, let's go, guys. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Speedrun time.
Time to speedrun this one. I mean, our crowd is not going to leave at 6. I mean,
Security.
to be civil disobedience here at the Classic
That's
Game Fest.
Exactly.
Don't mess with Tetris.
No, we're very gun ho about what we want.
Oh my God. Next year's shirt is "Don't mess with Tetris."
Oh wow.
That's got to be it.
Man, you gotta save those for the meetings, man. You can't announce that in public. Somebody's gonna steal your idea.
That's not next year's. Oh wait, no, it is. Wait.
Vince is probably listening right now.
I know we can't copyright it.
No.
Beautiful pieces here for Sony. Great execution. 918.
Can we make a bang shirt with you on the face, Van? Right?
No.
Bang Tetris for Van.
No.
People would buy it.
Do you have a Bangarang shirt?
I could make one if I wanted. Yeah.
You should make a Bangarang shirt.
Bangarang shirt with my ugly mug on it. People will buy a shirt with my face on, Van.
Yeah, I mean for like a bar towel or something. Maybe you should try a bar towel.
Oh, that's a nice idea, right?
Yeah. All right, 136 here for Dog through 24.
Oh, 979. Sony with the max out.
And we are going into a game of 4.
All right, a little bit of a drought here. Finally, the long bar down. Tetris Dog 162.
I was wondering when that was coming down. 82,000 now for Fractal. And another one there. So he's over the 100K marker. A lot of action going on. We got on the Class Tetris channel, his matches going on there too, Van. It's been pretty exciting over there. I heard commentary from a number of people, and they're all excited, right?
They are pretty excited, though. Are they?
It seems like it, right?
All right.
Man, what an adjustment from Dog. Oh my God, I would never have thought to do a J tuck with the L sticking out like that. Was
Yeah,
nuts.
the kid's on another level.
My word.
234 here, Dog. 133, Fractal. Pretty nice early lead for Dog. Looks like we've had a contribution here from Steven Smith. $95.79 to bring us to an even $1,000 prize pool so far. So thank you so much, Steven Smith, for getting us to $1,000.
That's great, man. That's really great to see the contributions flowing in. So big time support from all our fans here. That's it, man. That's a pretty nice prize pool. I'm not gonna lie. You know, how does the payouts work for the Matcherino here, man?
I have no idea.
No, that's great.
Yeah, I guess some of the top players will get paid, and then some of the bottom players will
I mean,
not.
we could always just look on the Matcherino, just break it down
Oh,
for
that's
you,
true.
right?
Yeah, that is true. I have no idea.
That's okay. I'm producer in training, so.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just trying to stay awake. I'm so tired right now. No. The Tetris is keeping me awake.
I thought you were worried about getting kicked out of here, but.
Well, yeah, we could get kicked out. We're gonna fight to stay in here though.
Show them your power, Van.
Well, I'll just put Opox on him.
There you go.
Yeah, just Opox will just walk up and flex. And they'll be like, all right, you can stay.
Go find Jonesy, right?
Yeah, Jonesy and Opox be the rebouncers.
Bouncers, remember?
Yeah, they'll bounce him back.
Oh, you're so cheeky, Van.
422 for Dog, 228 for Fractal. DMJ in the chat, Art Jordan. Kataro is here. Sky. All our friends are here. Yeah, I would have liked to see DMJ here. That's a notable person we're missing, I think.
That's right, yeah.
Usually heads to most of the Texas events.
Oh, what a
wow.
tuck there from Fractal. Love it.
Misdrop there from Dog as well.
Oh, nice adjustment from Dog with the long bar to allow for the Z to help burn away. Dog, very creative, Van, with a lot of the placements that he makes. Shows how far he's come in the Classic Tetris journey he's taken.
Yeah, I mean, Dog's so smart. I mean, does things where you're like, what is he doing? It's like, oh my God, that makes perfect sense. And sees it like 10 moves ahead.
If we could compare Dog to another player in mainstream sports, Van, like who would you compare him to in like, you know, something comparable to this? As far as maybe like we're talking a team sport, maybe in baseball, right? Like what kind of pitcher to know the type of pitches you want to throw? Maybe an Ohtani?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I know all my references are old. So, like, it seems very, I don't know.
And give me a Red Sox player.
A Red Sox player? Oh, my God. Well, what I'm concerned with right now, besides your sports analogy, is a 617 transition for Dog and 381 here for Fractal, who's really been suffering. But Kingsman, clearly you have a sports analogy in mind. So who do you answer your own damn question?
I answered my own damn question.
Yeah, there you go. Right, throw it right back at you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like to me, as far as you know, if you want to keep it to some semblance of symmetry, right, with chess, because a lot of people make comparisons, and there's quite a few Tetris players that play chess, right, man? It seems they go kind of hand in hand. Like I would say, like a Magnus Carlsen, right?
Just because he's the best.
Because he's the best in the world, and Dog has proven that he's won the world champion 2 times in an era where you had really were able to have the best in the world play, right, when we were online.
Yeah, that's the thing about Dog's victories coming in the online era, you know, the pandemic era CTWCs. Those were the online era, so it was really open to anyone in the world. And so you really, I mean, that is an amazing accomplishment to win those back-to-back. I mean, clear dominance in those 2 years.
And he did it with 2 different play styles. He did with the
and
tapping
2 different play styles,
and the rolling.
correct. Yeah, like the Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, 2-way player.
That's right. I mean, but Dog really good at everything in this game. Or not good, but
he's also a great graphic designer.
Is he?
Yeah, he does all my graphics for friendly events.
511 here, Fractal, 781 Dog. Big lead for Dog.
Would you say, Van, that the Dog is unleashed?
I would not say that. I have a modicum of personal dignity.
You'll leave it with somebody else to do that?
Yeah, that's very 2019, all those.
We're now officially closed for the day.
Oh, man.
Here we go, Van. Now it's time. I got to find out.
Tomorrow, we are open.
Well, at least get this game in.
Dock doors open at 9 for the vendors. So don't come too early.
All right.
And 10 o'clock for all attendees tomorrow, 10 to 5. See you then. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we get through this match, we'll actually be in pretty good shape for tomorrow. 917 here for Dog into 26. There's another Tetris 950, 679 for Fractal. So about a 200 and, is that right, 270,000 point lead? Is that how math works? I think so.
Yeah, as I mentioned, very tough game for Fractal. Low transition, but he's kind of bumped it up in the post. It was like in the mid 300s, and now here we are. He's already 760, so he's pumped the gas big time.
Yeah, Tetris and all other line clears get, you know, more valuable later in the game. So, I mean, there's definitely comeback potential. This is not over by any means. So, anything can happen here at post 29.
And what would be really helpful is if Dog has kind of an early top on the 29, and that would give Fractal those 10 lines to
or 100
try to catch
lines.
him.
What do you mean 10 lines?
I mean, 10 lines.
Oh.
100 lines. Well, you have 100. Yeah, well, that's plenty of times to change.
Oh, yeah.
10 levels.
10 levels.
There you go.
You got it.
Sorry, man, I'm getting tired.
It's
too.
late in the day.
Strawberries and cream starting to get to me.
That's right. All right, Dog is into level 30 here at B71. And Fractal here at 830. So Dog is only added to this lead. Fractal into 29 at 870 or so.
So now it becomes kind of a, almost to say a game of chicken, but the difference is that Fractal's got to, you know, really.
Oh, no. Oh, one more over for Dog. Oh, no. Fractal going to top out 884. Dog is good at C36 and is tied up the match. Let's do it.
Counting down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Crucial game 3 for our superstar players.
DMJ says, hope it goes to Decider to really piss people off. Thanks, DMJ.
That definitely sounds like a DMJ answer.
That is something DMJ would say and do.
Oh, this could spell disaster if he's not careful. The T-piece would be absolutely clutch, coming one piece too late. Now needs a longer in the center of the stack and a stuck with the L.
Crazy action going on over on the Classic Tetris channel. Big matchup happening over there that has major implications into this bracket. Oh, Dog with a nice 5 and below there, Van.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's always nice to see that.
I am so, I am always angered by calling it 5 and below.
That's really?
Because the name of the store is 5 Below.
Right.
So why would you call it 5 and below?
Because I think they want to make it their own thing, right? at the end of the day, it is a nod to that store, perhaps. But even though I don't know, does it really make it look like a 5? Is the upside down J really a 5? Like, who knows, right? So,
Like after this game and then finish it tomorrow?
we got action happening right now. It is 137 for Fractal, 99 now, make it 121.
We'll just resume. We'll finish this game, resume the match.
So a little discussion on how to handle the matches going on. So players are still going. They can finish this for the moment. 184 for Fractal, 190 for Dog.
Fractal and Dog going at it. Go enjoy it.
And we're about to get a raid coming in, Van, from our friends over at Classic Tetris. They're going to bring on the party here shortly.
They are our friends indeed. 213 for Dog, 231 for Fractal.
Oh, Puppy Heart with a subscription for Tier 1 here.
Oh, thank you so much, Pumpy Heart. Paid it back.
You know, he just pressed a button there, right, Van? Just like, yeah, there.
Yeah, so just to let players know if they want to know, I don't know if this is distracting or not, but this will be the last game for today, and then we will resume the match tomorrow.
So kind of like a rain delay, right, Van?
It's a little bit of a rain delay. It's a little bit of a, Listen, I understand the organizers, they want to get in, get out. They got practicalities to deal with, logistics and whatever. We're a big pain in the ass. But on the other hand, hey, it's a tournament.
That's right. We advertised it. We got to come through, right, Van?
That's right. Long bar down for the Tetris for Dog, 327. 324 for Fractal. And this place is empty, and now I can hear myself. Ooh.
You know, I got echo. I get an echo. Echo. Today is the greatest day.
Or 3, 2, 1. Tetris, Tris.
Sure, Boomtang is in the chat, probably hanging out. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there's Boomtang right there.
I told you. Tris.
Yeah, love it. 394 for Fractal. 376 Dog gets a long bar down. 399. So these players are neck and neck.
I'm hearing some game sounds going on here.
Yeah, I hear a lot of game sounds behind me. We could maybe turn those down. Those are very distracting.
Or they could leave, right? I come around the other way to come and see the match. That'd be wonderful.
I mean, they don't have to be off, but this down is good. Just a little bit. I don't want to harsh anyone's mellow.
No, we got players here that are concentrating, Van, right? This is a key game. Knowing that they will have a postponement after this one, so whoever's going into that will have the advantage for tomorrow.
Stephen Smith with another contribution, $69.42. Thank you so much, Stephen Smith, for the generous contribution.
Hey, Stephen Smith.
Hey
now. It's a good prize there, right, man? I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't we get the breakdown? We didn't get the breakdown of the prize pool.
Well, we're not going to really have a chance to run all that down. No worries.
And, Mr. EJ asking, what time does it start tomorrow? We're looking at about, was it 10 o'clock start, I think, Van?
9 o'clock start for it.
It'll be 9?
I don't know. I'm not concerned with that right now. What I'm concerned with is a Tetris down the right side for Dog, 546. 581 here for Fractal. Just a few lines to go until the level 19 transition. This will be the last game of this match for today, and we will resume again, as I mentioned, tomorrow. And it looks like we'll have a winner's stream, and we'll continue in the winner's bracket in one broadcast, and then we'll do loser's bracket in another broadcast. Put all the losers on Classic Tetris.
There you go. Right. Man, making a statement right there.
That's right, losers.
The Redemptioneers.
The redemption bracket, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody.
Van, very, very political these days.
It's so political.
It's so PC, Van. I love it.
I am. 655 into 19 for Fractal. Long bar down Tetris for Dog into 19. 662. So there you go. Big, healthy transitions for both of these players. I know, hearing the amplification, I want to, like, you know, I don't really like, oh, the king, blah, 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 you know.
But you don't want to distract these players, of course. You know, they're very concentrated and focused on what's happening here.
That's right. So, yeah, kind of golf Vandy right now. Long bar down for Fractal, 760. There's one dog, 741. And another one. So, same line count, 6,000 point difference.
Fractal just building up to the sky practically. There we go. Finally had to take the triple into the Tetris. Dog, meanwhile, kind of following around the same suit, but he's built out that left a little bit better. Both are slamming their long bars when they arrive, and there's another one for both. Tight game here, man. Wow. 2,000 point separation.
Well, I mean, these players are very tightly matched. I mean, top tier, world elite level players.
Potential max out on the table for level 25s, man, if they can put things together cleanly here.
Now, of course, it is double elimination, so this is a potential finals matchup as well. Could totally happen, couldn't it?
Well, depending on how the bracket lays out, of course, sure.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just saying stuff and no idea.
Right. This is typical Vandy.
Yeah, I do a lot of speaking before thinking.
That's pretty much what a philosopher does, doesn't it?
No, it's the exact opposite. Literally, you couldn't be more wrong.
I don't know. I feel like Socrates there did a lot of talking before thinking.
Yeah, he did a lot of talking. He was very annoying, that Socrates.
Yeah, I was there for one of his lectures.
Max out here for Fractal on level 25. I mean, that is pretty early. Into level 26. All right, Dog here. Set up on the right side for a Tetris, waiting on the bar, as you so often do. Long bar down, Tetris, 975, Dog. Back by about 75,000 points. Tetris, Fractal, A84. And there's the max out for Dog into 27 and another Tetris to follow up.
Both players just laser focused on what's going on here. Fractal, though, stuck in this dig. Could cost some time right now as Dog clean and pristine. Oh, look at that. Make sure he didn't take that burn to get that Tetris in, save himself those lines, and another one to score.
Wow. Both players with 1.1s into level 29, and here we go for Fractal into 29. There's Dog, separated by about 40,000 points. Fractal's board really tough right now. Dog with the lead. And Fractal going to top out here. B46. Dog is good. We will resume this match tomorrow. Dog very happy there. And Fractal, he feels all right too. Or completed anyway. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Yeah, going to be a short one, but certainly not going to or wow, words are hard. Certainly going to be as exciting as a whole set.
I'm really excited. I don't know about you. Maybe you're not excited.
Oh, no, I am excited.
All right, he is excited. All right, that's kind of the requirement of this job, is to be excited about what you're seeing in front of you, even if you don't actually feel it. A lot of pretense happening here. Like, well, man, you got to get excited about stuff when you're really, really tired. But that's okay.
When you're at an event like this and you're running around, either playing, commentating, hosting, especially you've been running around doing a whole lot. So my hat's off to you and the rest of the team running this tournament here.
Oh, well, I really appreciate it. All the credit goes to Pumpy Hearts and Fireworks and a little bit to Eric ICX, although he was really late today. We're going to have to talk to him about that. But yeah, they really, I just pretty much show up. They tell me what to do, where to go, what to say, who to say it to. And that's pretty much what I do. Oh, and also, to put everything on the credit card.
Right. That's the important part, right?
That's right. 117 here for Fractal, 117 for Dog.
Yeah, neck and neck here through 24. We see these players playing both very efficient players. They're going to try to score all the Tetrises they can here on those 18 speeds.
Yeah, now this is still a round 2 match. Again, a continuation from yesterday. Both of these players world-class, super elite players. Of course, Dog, you all know, as the two-time Classic Tetris World Champion, and what I think are the two most difficult years to win CTWC when it was online during the pandemic.
Yeah, what a fits there from Fractal into the Tetris. 209 each. Dog ahead by a burn.
That's right. And Fractal, of course, the runner-up for the most recent Classic Tetris World Championship in October last year in Portland. And, of course, a multi-time winner of Classic Tetris Monthly and the winner of this event last year. And this is really a rematch of the finals.
Oh, is it really?
It is.
Wow, so yeah, a lot definitely at stake here. Not only are these players looking to punch their ticket to the next round, but want to, get to the tippy top and win this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a prestigious event. I think people really want to win this event. Otherwise, you wouldn't travel these distances, right? And go through all the, what we're going through here, which is we have 8 stations set up here. We are like the smallest but mightiest alternative kind of Classic Tetris event.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy looking around at the crowd here, how many people are gathered around looking at the screens, watching the action here. This convention, a lot more than just, us here. There's fighting tournaments, there's cards, there's old computers, lots of vendors here, and the fact that people are choosing to spend their Sunday here speaks volumes to the exciting action we have here today.
Yes, indeed. 369 here for Fractal, 348 for Dog playing Tetris. Both players set up 4 Tetrises, good stacks, very close to one another in score. There's a Tetris for each. So separated by about 1 Tetris is worth a point. Tetris here worth 22,800 points on level 18.
Yeah, and you're kind of seeing all of these players capitalize on the exact same long bars. They're stacking very cleanly, very efficiently. You just see Tetris after Tetris here. Look at these scores.
Yeah, through 80 lines. Ideally, players are looking for like about 100,000 points on level 18 per 20 lines, and they're like right in there. So these are very good paces here through 80 lines.
Yeah, again, both able to capitalize on that long bar and get a Tetris there, 460 to 463. Now add a Tetris for Fractal, 483.
Now, if you want to support these players, the best way to do that is to contribute to the prize pool for this tournament, right? So the prize pool is 100% funded by the fans. And that means if you're watching, you're a fan, so you're part of this. That guy right there, you better help fund the prize pool. That guy in the yellow, no, not you, the guy next to you. Right, so go to ctm.gg/matcherino on your phone, and you can contribute to the prize pool. And there are both free and paid ways to contribute to the prize pool. So even if you're broke, you spent all your money at the convention, no excuse, Colin, am I right?
That's right. As a matter of fact, I love spending other people's money. Best way to do that, going to that Matcherino and completing a sponsor quest or using some of those those coupon codes.
Now, we have a situation here where players have extreme paces here, especially on Fractal side, 576,000 through 108 lines. Fractal setting up for the Vitz, getting the long bar. There it is. Beautiful. Love to see it. Never gets old.
That's his 3rd one in this game right here.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God. You're really paying attention in a way that I am not. Oh no, Fractal with the misdrop. Kind of dead drops that Z-piece.
Oh, that left side.
This could be fatal. We'll see. With the rolling playstyle, you are able to move pieces in an extreme way, but oh my God, gets that J over.
Still not out of the woods yet. The hang of the score.
No.
This could be a disaster.
That's going to be a top out for Fractal, and so far ahead for so long with a huge pace, ends up turning it to nothing, and Dog is going to take this match. That's it. Game 3 for Dog. So there you go. One and done today with these two players. So Fractal is not out. This is a double elimination tournament. So Fractal will go down to the redemption bracket. We don't want to say the losers bracket, redemption bracket. And will try to fight his way, where it's a little bit more difficult, Colin, because it's best of 3. So a lot more chaotic and a lot more variance there.
Yeah, especially with a best of 3. When you have a best of 5, you can kind of take that, first strike. I was making the baseball reference earlier, but on a best of 3, you don't really have that opportunity. You got to come out swinging every time.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.